Yes, respected all sadhakas. Invoke the grace of divine. How? By tuning to him. How? By the best way. What can be the best way? Is through the jnanam. And which jnanam? Again about the truth only. Given where? In our shastras. There is no best and ultimate way to tune to the divine than the shastra, because only in the shastras the truth or the Lord or reality is perfectly explained, defined, and we are guided how best to tune. All is in the understanding only. At one level, we are all His expression, therefore, we have to be the humble servant of Him. At another level, He alone is expressing through us, therefore, there is no difference between Him and us. In trying to understand this only, we are studying all Shastras. When the understanding becomes perfect, that's the best way of tuning to the divine. So, may the entire Guru Rishi Parampara, Shruti Mata, the Lord, guide us for our perfect understanding in all these aspects very soon, so that we are effectively, successfully tuning to the divine for it to happen in us and through us. Like every day, today also, Upanishad Adhyanam, Yoga Darshana Adhyanam, Mundaka Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, Vyasa Bhagavatam, Ramayana. We will do, and we will do today onwards for some 10 and 8 days the chantings of Dashavatara Ashtotarams, Navagraha Ashtotarams. So today is, I think, Kurma Jayanti. Yesterday was Nrusimha Jayanti. Anyway, from the first avatara, we start today. Now, to begin with, let us do our Taittiriya Parayanam after our Shanti mantras. From the moment we come to class till the Purnamada is done, every moment is a sadhana only, where we are bringing our faculties, minds to the subject or the topic which we are discussing or studying. That effort is called sadhana. It's the best effort because we are under the continuous observation and supervision of the entire Guru Parampara in the class. May we all have the deep faith in that from the Parabrahma up to our own Swaguru, all of them are guiding us when we are regular in the class for our own understanding of the spiritual truth and the abundance in it. That faith helps a lot. It is a faith because we have not yet directly experienced it. Otherwise, it is not only the faith, but it is a truth. Without the grace of God, Guru Parampara, I don't think that we can this way regularly come, sit, and try our best to open up our intellects to the understanding of the truth. Long back, if the divine grace is not there, we would have been lost completely in the Maya, even this time also, like the other times between the classes. Thank God that the Lord is continuously blessing us. Let us continue invoking. Om. 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वरजीवविवेकविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्रीवेदव्यास वैशम्पायन याज्ञवल्क्यादि तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीभाष्यकाराय श्री आद्यशङ्कर सद्गुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः येषां सर्वेषां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातु गुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवत् भागवत दर्शनानुग्रहप्राप्त्यर्थं नित्यनिरन्तर भगवत्स्मृति शरणागति प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्वशान्ति विश्वकल्याण विश्व एकता विश्वसामरस्यता विश्व अभिवृद्धि प्राप्त्यर्थं तत्कृत समस्त साधकानां विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलन बाह्याभ्यंतर द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणम् आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं फ्रेंड्स we have to chant from yato vacho nivartante. I believe so. ॐ यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनन्दं ब्रह्मणो विद्वान् न बिभेति कदाचनेति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मान्मनोमयात् अन्योऽन्तर आत्मा विज्ञानमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविधताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः ऋतं दक्षिणः पक्षः सत्यमुत्तरः पक्षः योग आत्मा महः पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवते विज्ञानं यज्ञं तनुते कर्माणि तनुतेऽपि च विज्ञानं देवाः सर्वे ब्रह्मज्येष्ठमुपासते विज्ञानं ब्रह्म चेद्वेद तस्माच्चेन्न प्रमाद्यते शरीरे पाप्मनो हित्वा सर्वान् कामान् समश्नुत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मात् विज्ञानमयात् अन्योऽन्तर आत्मानन्दमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविधताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्रियमेव शिरः मोदो दक्षिणः पक्षः प्रमोद उत्तरः पक्षः आनन्द आत्मा ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति असन्नेव स भवति असद्ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत् अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेद्वेद सन्तमेनं ततो विदुरिते तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातोऽनुप्रश्नाः उत विद्वानमं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वानमं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुता उ शोकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजा ये येते सतवोतप्यत सतवस्तप्त्वा इदगं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशत तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्चाभवतु निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवतो यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Salutations to Parabrahma Tattva, to Shruti Mata, salutations to all Brahma Vidya Acharyas, Rishimuni Guru Devata of all times at all places. Salutations to the Taittiriya Upanishad Guru Parampara of Veda Vyasa Vaishampayana Yagnavalkya Adi. And special salutations to Bhagavan, Sri Adi Shankara, Sri Bhashyakara guiding us. Salutations to our own Gurus, Acharyas who are guiding us in every life. Spiritualities, that life or science in which from the known we reach to the seemingly unknown. From the seen not self with which we are identified, seeing and experiencing the self. This is the entire spiritual journey we have to keep in mind. In the first Valli, we were given a lot of upasanas to gather our faculties from the totally lost worldliness. Once the Guru has seen that sufficiently the disciples are withdrawn from the world and are single pointed and therefore now are worthy for being given the Brahma Jnanam. In the second Valli, the Brahma Vidya giving the Guru started. And the Bhashyam, when we were studying, you can see how the connection between every Anuvaka in the Upasana Prakriya of Prathama Shiksha Valli, connection between both Vallis, and in each of the Anuvaka in the second also, how wonderfully he is guiding if we are very careful, very alert about it. So, in the Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, the Anuvakas of the Dvitiya Brahmananda Valli, the Anubhava of the Rishis and the final truth that is being revealed. Then, in the subsequent Valli or these Anuvakams, the actual sadhana is being indicated, and understanding that exhaustively, we have to do the sadhana. Now, what are all these details? First, how we attain the ultimate, having attained which nothing remains to be achieved. First, be clear about it. Shruti Mata is helping us. If we really have the faith, we help ourselves the best. More than the faith, if we have a wrong intellection, we delay our progress. In our own interest, have faith in the Shruti Mata, then with just faith will not help. We need to understand. Therefore, what said by Shruti Mata is correct. In that angle, when we use our intellection to think, then our understanding will come. But never ever faith and faith oriented understanding helped anyone unless one has done the due sadhana and experienced the truth. Our goal is not faith, our goal is not understanding merely, nor our goal is only doing sadhana. Our goal is to experience the truth. So it starts with our faith in Shruti Mata and the explanation of the Gurus with all the possible logics and examples. Following that intellectual understanding, we have to come to, which alone inspires us for the sadhana. So, what is said by the Shruti Mata? Brahmavidapnoti param. That has been thoroughly studied. Then the Swarupa Lakshana of the Brahman is said. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. It has two ways to see that the Brahma Tattva, its Swarupa Lakshanas are Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Or the other way around is what? Seeing this continuously changing Jagat. When you go to the tracing the cause of this Jagat, you reach to a state which is eternal, which is consciousness, which is endless, which is pure existence, consciousness, endless. That pure existing, conscious, eternal thing is named as Brahma. That Brahma apnoti, whoever he is become Param. So Brahmavid apnoti, the Brahma, the knower of that Brahman is the achiever of the Brahman. These things, as thoroughly they are in the heart, then only there is meaning to our true spiritual sadhana. If this clarity is not there, then we do everything, but anything done without the goal in the mind cannot be done properly. Somewhere else we will end up not on the path of the truth. So Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, whoever apnoti, they alone are apnoti the Param. We have seen Bhashyam thoroughly, but now still from the main mantra itself, we are trying to call out what Shruti Mata is guiding us in the new information. The old information is we are struggling to achieve Param by achieving something of this world. Because this is tangible, seeable, everybody is trying, we also try. Shruti Mata is giving new information that by not by achievement of nothing in the world, Param is achieved. Only by achieving the Brahman, the Param is achieved. The new thing is given. If you have really received it, then our goal remains the same to achieve the Param, but the means changes. The means will no more be the worldly pursuit. The means will be the pursuit of Brahman now. So ब्रह्म प्राप्ति के द्वारा पर प्राप्ति का निश्चय हमारे अंदर हुआ तो हमने शास्त्र के बात को स्वीकार कर ली. This is a two sentences meaning. Then we are guided where this Parabrahman is there in the heart. Guhayam parame vyoman nihitam. So whoever discovers this Brahman, Paramapnoti is explained. What is Paramapnoti? In our language. Ashnute sarvan kaman saha brahmana vipashchita. So these four things should fully inspire us to exclusively pursue Brahman. Only when the exclusiveness in our pursuit of Brahman comes, that we approach the Guru, we ask the Guru, where is, how is, what is Brahman, we listen from the Guru, we do what Guru says, and we reach out. In the second volume, Guru himself is taking initiative without giving chance to disciple, not required, in guiding the entire sadhana. In the next only, having understood all that, when the disciple tries a little bit, when he cannot understand or do or achieve, then he comes and asks. So, Bhrugurvaivarunahi, Manuram Pitaram Upasadara Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti, that questioning by the disciple in the next after his initial attempts failed. Why initial attempts failed? Because of his own inner inabilities, because of not fully invoking the powerful, very powerful, most effective grace of the Lord and the Guru. That all we will study at that time. But here, Bhagavan, Shrutimata and Shrushi Parampara has systematically started guiding us to reach to that Guhayam Sthita Parabrahma. Clear? This is what is the entire Upanishad about, especially the Dvitiya Valli. Now, where are we lost? We are lost in the world. Where are the other thing we are lost in? We are lost in the Panchakoshas. Very clear. Where do we have to reach? To the Brahman, which is beyond all this. Therefore, what is the process? Process is from the grossest to the subtlemost, we have to be lifted or shifted or guided or directed. And remember always, these guidance as Shrutimata is giving here is first intellectual understanding. Second, That intellectual understanding on the state of meditation has to be thoroughly, very thoroughly experienced by us. Without that experience, we can't cross from the grossest to the subtler. Therefore, for the first intellectual understanding is where it started. Ki tasmadva etasmad atmanah akasha sambhutah. So first thing is we have to realize Atma. Therefore, from the Atma only we start. If from him only, from Paramatma only, from the Akasha up to Anna Rasa, the entire creation came. And for this, the authorities, some other Upanishads, etc. All Upanishads talk the same thing. Therefore, from some other Upanishad, it is borrowed and said, ki from the Akasha, for Paramatma, from the Akasha onwards, up to Anna Rasa is made. So Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Apaha, then Prithvi, Oshadaya, Annam, Annarasa. From the Annarasa came the Annamaya. Sameshti Annamaya, any other persons or Jivas Annamaya, our Annamaya also. So there are two things. Where from the Annamaya came, that is told. What the Annamaya contains, that is told. Annamaya came from Brahmana, Annamaya contains Brahman. Therefore, what is Annamaya Kosha? Brahman only. That Brahman is Atma. Therefore, I am this Annamaya Kosha, not the Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha of the world, nor any of the other things or beings. But this Annamaya Kosha, I am experiencing is an object. The self Brahman is not object, it has to be subject. Therefore, for some time having stayed at this level of Aham Annamaya Kosha Atma or Brahma Asmi, because it is not satisfactory, then we have to search then what is that which is subtler than other than the Annamaya. In the meantime, to sort out once for all the thing, the Annamaya is Brahma, that Upasana to be done. If that is done, throughout our journey of spirituality, the Annamaya Kosha requiring Anna is continuously supplied. Therefore, we not worry for it. अन्नं सर्वं वै तेन्नमाप्नुवन्ति येन्नं ब्रह्मोपासते. Anushangika. So Shruti Mata is bringing us our attention from the world to the Annamaya, and slowly it is guiding us that we are not Annamaya, we are further inside. Same time, once for all to sort out the Annamaya requirement problem, just we do the Upasana that Annam is Brahma, because it is fact. And it is divine Leela or Ishvara Leela. For everything we need not have intellectual answer. That when this Upasana is done, whatever the Sarvam Vaite Annam Apnuvanti, ye Annam Brahma Upasate. Whoever are doing the Upasana, that this Annamaya is Brahma, for them all the Anna required at all the time, that will come. We have explained at that time. Sarvam Annam means what? All that is required any time. So that the Annamaya Kosha, we need not attend to or worry for it. In this way, in every kosha, by making us do the upasana that kosha is Brahmana, we are made to manage that koshas, because they are required during the sadhana kala for the sadhana. At the experience level, they are not required. But after the experience, again, as long as prarabdha is there for the upadi dehadi, so long we have to be in that at that time to express in the world, that time also they are required. Therefore, do that upasana. But our purpose is not upasana, and through the upasana, gaining what is required for the each kosha. That is anushangikam, just external, extra addition. Our goal is to reach to the Brahman as Atman. And the first sentence only, don't forget there, Brahma Jnanam itself is Brahma Prapti. Brahma Prapti itself is Brahma Anubhuti. And Brahma Anubhuti is always as Aham Brahmasmi Rupa. These crucial things of Vedanta, as deeply they are understood and accepted, to that extent, our direction during our study and meditation will be towards the truth without any diversions or distractions. which is very, very essential, which comes to us when we repeatedly study the Upanishads with Bhashyam. And that is what we have committed to do from last 3 years for ourselves. Therefore, some level of ability to listen, some level of ability of the intellect to grasp has come to us. If this effort was not put, even these things would have not never understood. We only on the name of spirituality would have been stressed, wandering in the world in this or that other things only. The real spirituality is this, where we touch the spirit, the self within ourselves as ourselves. Then from here, slowly we are taken to the pranamaya. Now, when it is said by Shruti Mata, Tasmad va etasmad annarasamayat anyaha antaraha atma pranamaya tena esha purnaha sava esha purushavidaha अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य पुरुषविदिताम् अन्वयः पुरुषविदः तस्य प्राण एव शिरः व्यानो दक्षिणः पक्षः अपान उत्तरः पक्षः आकाश आत्मा पृथ्वी पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा. Now this with Bhashyam we have intellectually understood, but that's not sadhana. Sadhana is we have to struggle to recognize or discover or experience every word verbatim what is said by Shruti Mata regarding the Pranamaya Kosha, regarding the Pranamaya Kosha as the Atma of the Annamaya Kosha. Thereby, therefore, our Atma is no more now Annamaya. Our Atma is Pranamaya, or Pranamaya is our Atma. If this sadhana is not done, we cannot go beyond pranamaya to the next one, the manomaya, pakka, never to come back again, not to fall to the lower level of annaprana. When you totally, thoroughly understand, experience, know its limitation, and then reject, the rejection becomes complete. Therefore, on the seat of meditation, becoming fully aware of the Paramatma in the intellectual information, and again from the Shruti authority, becoming fully aware that from that Paramatma through the Akashadi, the Oshadis have come, and again on the seat of meditation, becoming aware that from the Oshadis, the Anna coming, from the Anna Rasa coming, from the Anna Rasa, this body and that body and everybody is made. We have to become thoroughly meditative in understanding it. After that, we have to become conscious to see that the Annamaya Kosha is fully permeated by the Pranamaya Kosha. That is called meditation. And for this, the Yoga Adi Sadhanas help. Vedanta teaches all the theory, and by Neti Neti it rejects everything and takes us to the Brahman. We have to follow that. That's what our purpose. Same time, taking the help of the yoga adi other sadhanas, it will help us in doing sadhana pakka. You know that when the air outside through the nostrils taken inside, when you know that it goes into the lungs, and from there even physiologically, the doctors have proven that the air which is taken inside uh, through various oxygen and all that, whatever you call the micro physiological things, that air goes to percolate each and every cell of the whole body. That is why the entire body, Annamaya Kosha, is getting energized. If the prana shakti doesn't go to the toe of Maina, the toe will not have the sparsha shakti in it, toe will not have the capacity energy in it, even the nail, etc., will not go there. These are all theoretical. Practically, the air when we take inside, percolating, permeating to the entire body, that thing we should be able to observe. That observance will come only when we have the chitta ekagra. The chitta ekagra ke liye you have to do the yoga sadhana. तत्प्रतिषेधार्थम एकतत्वाभ्यासः. All of that done for long time only brings such a single pointedness of the intellect, with which when we are inhaling and observing we can see the air permeating the entire body and sustaining the deha. Then what is said? Ki tena esha purnaha sava esha purusavidaha. That is understood. If only theory understood, वैसे हाँ उन्होंने कह दिया इसलिए ने मान लिया, बट हमको पता नहीं कैसे शरीर में प्राणमय कोश पूरा व्याप्त है. And for the annamaya, the pranamaya is the atma. You don't know, you are telling, we were listening, that's it. From the annamaya to pranamaya only we don't come out, then how can we go into the guha? Will we get that confidence? Will we get that subtlety? That's why, as yesterday said by our Yoga Darshana Bhashyakara, Vyasa Bhagavan, ki at least one of the things we do, then not only we get confidence for doing the further things, even for the ultimate Samadhi Abhyasa, this helps. Didn't he tell yesterday, Vyasa Bhagavan? In that Vishayavativa Pravrittirutpanna Manasasthitir Nibandhani, Sutra Bhashya, we have seen that. So, in this way, taking time, giving time, withdrawing from all unwanted things, continuously, consciously, daily, throughout, trying for these subtler and subtler travels is called the wholehearted total spirituality. करो तो मिलेगा, नहीं करो तो नहीं मिलेगा. जो किया उनको मिलता है, जो नहीं किया उनको नहीं मिलेगा. In the same way, having established for some time in the pranamaya kosha, then we come to the under. There also again, when the prano brahmeti vijanat, when we do the pranamaya, the brahma, then as long as the lifespan is destined in the deha, so long we will live, we will not die in between. That was the falashruti given for us when we do the prana as the brahma upasana. What is the benefit of it? कि अर्धांतरा we won't die, we live full life, so that that full life is used for complete sadhana. So we should live. Okay? Mhm. See, तस्मात् सर्वायश मुच्यते सर्वमेव त आयुर्यन्ति ये प्राणं ब्रह्मोपासते. सर्वम आयुते यन्ति ये प्राणं ब्रह्म इति उपासते. We have to do that. So that again, the doubt about the lifelong span, we may die between because of disease or accident, all that fears go away. Confidence comes. I am doing the prana as Brahma Upasana, therefore my lifespan will be 100%. Therefore, the whole doubt regarding when will I die, how will that is gone. As long as I am alive, let me do sadhana, going nearer and nearer to the self. See how great our Upanishads are. With Bhashyam, with our alertness when we study, they are guiding us like the mother. What like mother? Mother only. Mother of all mothers, Shruti Mata. Then again, as we become aware of the prana, entire body, so to become aware of the mana in the entire pranamaya kosha. If the mana is not there with its sankalpa, the prananam, apananam, all of them will not come. The mana is supporting the pranamaya kosha. Pranamaya, annamaya are jada. They are not for themselves. They are for the vijnanamaya kosha jiva. But between vijnanamaya jiva and pranamana, the connecting thing is called as mind. Thoughts have to be alive. That thought is the one which is making the air always be taken continuously, because of which the life is sustaining in the body. In the same way, from the prana to the mano, we have to go, because it is the mana and the mano vrittis which are permeating the entire prana and making them do their function they have to do. In turn, the prana is sustaining the annamaya kosha. In that way, from the prana, we have to come to the manomaya level. Manomaya is all the vrittis, the knowledges, the Veda mantras, everything, the shlokas, etc. All those mantras of the Vedas in the Shabda Rupa, in the Vritti Rupa, is our Manomaya Kosha. Come to that level. And here also, Mano Brahmeti Vijanat, when the mana is done, the Upasana as Brahma, the two things are assured here, Anandam, Brahmano Vidwan, then Nabibheti Kadachaneti. No fear at all, and he will be coming to a level of all the time state of contentment, cheerfulness, a happy disposition. which is very, very essential. There is one wrong way of doing the things. Ki, let me do sadhana, then when the sadhana results in siddhi, I'll become happy. Till that time, I'll be a frowning face and a frustrated fellow. The other way is what? Starting to do sadhana only with all relaxation and joy. The second one is the correct way. That will happen when we do the upasana of the mana as Brahma. Some miracle will happen that the Brahma Anugraha will come. How and what? The mechanics of it are not known, but they'll come happiness and they no fear at all. Because all miseries and fears are because aham annamaya asmi, annamaya pranamaya asmi. At that level only, most of the fears, miseries are there. When we come to the mana level, mana appears to be long lasting, eternal, undisturbed by anything. So there will be less fears and more happiness. So Anandam Brahmana Vidwan Nabibheti Kutaschaneti or Kadachaneti. That is the result of Manomaya Kosha as Anandam Brahmana Vidwan Nabibheti Kadachaneti. देन दिस मनोमय कोश में जो भी शब्दों के वृत्तियां हैं, शब्द रूपी वृत्तियां हैं, वृत्ति रूपी शब्द, डू दे हैव एनी purpose or meaning without the knowledge of them or meaning of them? So where is that meaning to all these words of manomaya kosha vrittis are there? All of that is in the vijnanamaya kosha. So where the knowing is happening, either of the emotions of the mana or whatever the vrittis are there in the mano of the person, like a person's thought comes in the mind. Who is that person? Who is telling me? Vijnanamaya is telling. Or an object's thought has come. What is that object? What is my relation with that object? What is to be done with it? All of that, who is telling? Who is knowing? Who is the jnata? He is Vijnanamaya. In the same way, with the eyes we see colors form, with the ears we are listening sounds. But who is listening with them, through them? The sounds, seeing the form through the eyes, smelling the smells through the nose. Who is doing it? The Vijnanamaya Kosha Sthita Aham. That way, becoming more and more about these two things. One, the Jnanam is happening in me. Two, there is a Jnata. The Jnanam is happening in me and there is a Jnata. This Jnanam is happening in me and there is a Jnata of this Jnanam. In Yoga Bhasha is called as the Viveka Khyati. When we make the mind absolutely single pointed, which is called Samprajnata Samadhi, that time the single pointed thought of the mind is known by someone. That Viveka Khyati. So too, and it's not a final thing. This Jnata also is a Vritti. Our goal is not Vijnanamaya Kosha Sthita Jnata. The three next stages, as we studied yesterday, day before, the first thing is what? How come that Jnata is becoming Jnata? Where from he is getting that ability? And continuously he is knowing. Of course, through the upasis. Of course, of the subtle world of thoughts or the gross world of शब्द स्पर्श. वो तो ठीक है. क्या जान रहे हैं जो छोड़ो. कैसे जान रहे हैं? The one who is lost in what is seen is samsari. The one who is observing, who is seeing and how it is happening, all the seeing is called sadhaka. Be careful. Are we samsari or sadhaka? So clear. If this clicks to us, 24 hours just like we are samsaris now, 24 hours we can be sadhaka. Like I am talking to you. While talking only I can be sadhaka with contemplation that who is talking in me. Is it not? Who is seeing in me? Who is that drashta? Who is that shrota? Who is that manta? Who is that vijnata? It never clicked to us that we have to focus on who is seeing all of that and how the seeing is happening in him. We are always lost in what is seen and labeling it depending on our vasanas, then the liking it, then the disliking it, then trying to possess it and run behind it or run away from it. This was our disorder of life so far. This was the samsara. देखो, once we understand it and we through this Upanishadic guidance, when we become clear that the Paraprapti is only through the Brahma Prapti and Brahma is in Guhayam Nihitam, and for that exclusively when we are trying, slowly will not the samsara go away? Samsara is trying to search for the self or happiness in the outer world, which itself is not real. Vijnanamaya Kosha, we have come up to. So, in that, the three steps are uh, becoming aware of Drashta, Srota, Manta, Vijnata, then Drishyam, Shravanam, Mananam, and Vijnana Vishaya. Instead of the Vishayas, become aware of the Vishayi. Then it takes time, not as it is as easy as it is said, but we are given the guidance by Shruti Mata on which we have to go on working till it happens. जस्ट बोलने से नहीं होता ना थियरी, करते रहना वो मिलने तक. निंदांतकरण शुद्धि, योगाभ्यास, भक्ति साधना, कर्म yoga, japa sadhana, invocation of God's Guru's grace, all of them add up to push us in this sadhana ahead. What exactly sadhana sadhya we must know. What exactly sadhana we must know. While doing what exactly the things help us we must know. Take that help, do the sadhana, reach toward the sadhya. So the Shrota, Manta, Vijnata, all of them are happening because of there is that the Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa Yukta Aham is becoming the Shrota through the ears, becoming Gandha Karta from the nose. From the eye standpoint is becoming Drashta. All that we have to meditate on it for many days till we become so subtle in the meditation that we are able to almost touch that Chidavasa. Touching that Chidavasa in Yoga Vasha is called as what we are going to study today's Sutram. What is that? Vishokava Jyotishmati. Vishoka is transcending or conquering Manomaya. Jyotishmati is through the Vijnanamaya reaching to the Chidavasa. It all are possible. Those who have done all that, they are sadhakas, they are yogis. Having done all that, when they reach to ultimate experience, then the entire thing, the thesis which they have followed, with all the clarification they gave to us in the form of these Upanishads, for us to practice and reach. They are the pioneers. When they did, nobody was there to guide them. They themselves tried. Ishvara, the Lord, was guiding. And for us now, the Upanishad with Bhashyas are available. Padho aur chalo aage. Is it not? How wonderful. Then from the Chidabhasa, we go to the Chit. And Chit is never ever our goal. Our goal is the Sat, the Asti. Okay? When this process is being described or told, straight away, suddenly the Purvapakshi, the friend came and started asking question. कि है या नहीं परमात्मा, बिकॉज व्यवहार में आता नहीं, विशेषण नहीं है. That he was carrying right from the beginning, Brahma Vidapnoti Param. Now at this time he asked. Before he asked, Guru only gave a chabi, observing this fellow's mind कि इसके दिमाग में परमात्मा है या नहीं डाउट है. So let me hit it. Therefore he said, Asanne Vasavavati. The sixth Anuvaka started because of this reason. Asat Brahmeti Veda Chet. Asti Brahmeti Chet Veda Santamenam Tato Vidriti. So there are two things simultaneously happening, these Anuvakas. One thing simultaneously, Shruti Mata guiding us is taking us step by step from the Annamaya Kosha or the world from Annamaya Kosha through Prana Mano to Vijnana and the Gufa and their Paramatma Prapti. While this is happening in what track? The other track is what? ये ब्रह्म है कि नहीं है doubt. Okay? Because it's such a terrible doubt. If it is not answered correctly, thoroughly, properly, and if still that doubt remains at any time, even a fraction of moment before the realization of Brahman also, this doubt is enough to take this fellow away from that. That's why the people who are fully convinced कि हमको करना ही है बस भगवान का दर्शन, they never go away from the line. जितना भी time हो, rush हो, खड़े होकर दर्शन के लिए. The others who are tentative, they go on keeping watch, seeing watch and asking others. Then at 10 minutes before darshanam, they say, "Abhay, I can't wait more than that, I have other work," they go away. You understand? But the Shraddhalu, he will have darshan चाहे कुछ भी हो. एंड दैट्स हाउ ये 300 रुपए वाले अलग होते हैं. वो बस अपने टाइम 1 घंटा भगवान को पैसे देकर टाइम लेते हैं. बट व्हाट अबाउट द पीपल हु स्टैंड इन द जनरल लाइन? 4 घंटे लगे या 40 घंटे लगे, दे आर रियल भक्तास. द फुल फेथ. लेट इट टेक टाइम, बट वी आर कमिटेड टू हैव दर्शन. दे हैव सिंगल पॉइंटेडनेस. They don't have, like these people, 100 things in their agenda are the priorities. And one of them is God. If God has a time, He will give darshan. If not, we'll go. These people, nothing else. वो लोग देखो वैष्णो देवी में तो कहीं भी जाए वो सोते रहते हैं. वो लोग मतलब सोए रहते हैं, जगह नहीं है तो भी कुछ भी मिले खा लेते हैं. बट दे स्टैंड इन द लाइफ. सी द इनोसेंस इन देम. By somehow or the other, they want darshan. They want darshan in that way, not like the other people using all their abilities, all their money, etc. That's not Shraddha power, that is money power. That is the other powers, the political influence, etc. That they are showing off. They are not showing their Shraddha to divine. पूरा श्रद्धा नहीं है तो भगवान तक जाएंगे नहीं, वो तो है ही. दैट्स एनीवे देयर. लिटिल बिट है, इससे जा रहे हैं, उनको अनुग्रह मिलेगा, ये सब तो है. आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग टू explain how these people just have darshan. See that thousands of people in Tirupati, गांव गांव से आते हैं. सारा फैमिली टकलू बनते हैं. They stand in line 18 hours, 20 hours. Then for 2 seconds they have darshan, they come out. Look into their eyes. They are real bhaktas. बस दे वांट, दे नो कमेंट, नो डिस्कशन, नो एंग्जाइटी, नो क्राइंग कि लेट हो रहा है वगैरह, कुछ नहीं. ये सब जो डेढ़ दिमाग वाले हम जैसे होते हैं ना, जो अनपढ़ है पढ़े लिखे के कारण, दीज पीपल हैव दीज वरीज. दे जस्ट स्टैंडिंग. चिल्ड्रन आर क्राइंग, दे आर हंग्री, दे कीप मैनेजिंग एंड गो. Therefore, the power of the mind by creating the doubt is so much that just before the realization also, the mind can kidnap us and take us away from it. Therefore, the Shrutimata herself took up more than her, or along with her, Bhashyakara took upon himself to exhaustively explain with all details, to give to our questioning minds or intellects the all details possible to get convinced about the Parabrahma is there. So that you don't give up your sadhana anywhere in between for any reason till you reach it. That was the basic. Asanneva sabhavati asad brahmeti veda chet asti brahmeti chet veda santamenam tato viduriti. The purpose of those two lines of giving the contrast pictures of those who think that Brahman is not there, they become asat, and those who think and take that Brahman is there, they reach to the Brahman. The purpose of these two is this. Then the one who is tentatively believing, हाँ भगवान मैं अब तो मानता हूँ है करके, but can you explain how? Oh, okay, I will start again. That is how so kamayata. Say the whole para of sixth one is only to bring to our deep intellectual conviction by all logics about the presence of Brahman in the heart. Only after that conviction you pursue him till we reach to him and experience him. And why all this struggle? Because the Brahman is nirvyavahara nirvishesha. To be able to be caught by any of the upadhis and have the direct that way upadhyukta experience to have faith like the other things. Like why do you have the faith about the tree's existence? Because my eye is seeing. It's a pratyaksha pramana. Why do you have the faith about somebody is coming or talking? Because the ears are listening the sound, so I know whose voice is that. Therefore, this is a pratyaksha pramana. This Parabrahman is not Pramana Gochara. He is Nirvishesha, but only obtaining him will give us Parama Prapti. Brahma Vidapnoti Param. We are interested. So therefore, it is natural for the Manabuddhi to have doubt at any time. That we have to conquer. For that only, the struggle from last 10 days we are all doing in studying each and every sentence of this Bhashya. And this is the most profound and most essential thing of all Vedantic Adhyanams. That Brahman है और कहाँ है और कैसे उनके यहाँ पहुँचना, and when you experience him, how he looks like. How he look like? Already said, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. He is there. He is to be experienced. And even with your and my struggle, when we go and experience it, when we come back and tell the people, we can't tell in another unique way other than that of the Shastra. Same thing only we have to tell, because that is the only way. देखो ऐसा गुरु है मेरा, इतना कॉम्प्लिकेट करके बता रहे मेरे को ब्रह्मा, मेरे को पहले पकड़ने दो ब्रह्म को, मैं तो आगे वाले शिष्यों के लिए और सरल करके बताऊंगा. That's how every Shishya tried. But when he strugglingly followed his guru and reached the truth, then when he became guru and he wanted to tell to his disciple, it was same way he had to say. There is no other way. That is how the Guru Shishya Parampara went on changing, not the Shastra. Shastra is a imagine from the first Guru till now, how many millions of Guru Shishyas must have studied this Upanishad. But the Upanishad is same. That's why yenastad vichachakshare, yenastad vyachachakshare, purvesham yonastad vichachakshare. That is the beauty of this study of Upanishad with Bhashya deeply thoroughly. That every doubt is removed, every clarity is given. Okay, so today we have spent the time again to revise back, to refresh ourselves, to have little more clarity. Otherwise, हम पढ़ते जा रहे हैं, आगे जाते रहे, किताब खत्म हो रहा. But what are we doing? Whatever we are doing, if we refresh once in a while, refresh button दबाओ, so it is always good. Today's talk you must listen once, twice, because we started from beginning. Every jiva's lakshya is to paraprapti, but that para he is searching outside, therefore is always remaining as disappointed. That's called samsara. So the Mata says, definitely para can be attained, that is by Brahma Vidya. So Brahma Vidya apnoti param. From there we explained so far. And that Brahman is this Swarupa, he is available here. So this is how, with theoretical knowledge and practically, from the outer world through each of the kosha, we have to enter into Nihitam Guhayam, discovering them. In between Brahman is there or not, to the doubt, this entire answer. He is there, he is existence itself, and he is so conscious that he is the one who has done the kamana, because of which the entire world, including you, are there. देखो this type of inquiry, how wonderful. So kamayat bahusyam prajayeya satapotapyata satapastaptva idagam sarvam asrujata yadidam kincha tat sruštva tadevanupravishatu tadanupravishya. Yesterday we did this topic. Sat cha tyat cha abhavatu. निरुक्तं च अनिरुक्तं च ब्रैकेट में अभवतु निलयनं च अनिलयनं च अभवतु ब्रैकेट में विज्ञानं च अविज्ञानं च भवतु. Then today we'll have to see satyam cha anrutam cha abhavatu. And again to remind us, who has become all that? From where we started, we forget easily जहाँ से शुरू किया. इसलिए सत्यम अभवतु. That Sadvastu Brahma alone has become all the five. Therefore, there cannot be anything in this world other than Brahman. Therefore, from is the Brahman are there? From that question, we came to an answer. Forget about that question. The thing is, Brahman alone is there. Other than him, there is nothing. These are all again deep intellectual inquiries, and on the seat of meditation, only when touch that Sad Brahma Vastu, that all of these are satisfactorily accepted. But in the beginning, intellectual understanding and faith pushes us for that अनुभूति. बिना अनुभूति का कोई भी सारा समस्या संशय नहीं जाता. बट अनुभूति में जाने तक फिर श्रद्धा चाहिए. श्रद्धा के लिए all these explanations. And whoever by Guru Upasana and Ishvara Upasana gets that intuitive intellect or personality, they will just shift their track from the Ashraddha to the Shraddha. From the disbelief or non-belief of existence of Brahman to the belief. बस ये हो जाता है उनकी कृपा से. कैसे कब होता नहीं पता. जिनका हुआ वो लकी वाले हैं. Then they will pursue the reach. जिनको नहीं होता भटकते रहेंगे दुनिया में. That is why the need of Ishvara Guru Upasana. Sometime, yesterday or day before, we saw in Ramayanam, when Tara ko bata rahe the Ramji, in this way for millions of Srishti Sthiti Laya, Jivas are only bound in samsara. In one of the life, because of the Sukrita Punya, in his life the Guru will come. Mad Bhakta or Guru will come, then he slowly gives you interest in me, then slowly he teaches you Mahavakya. That is how you come to know. We have seen Ramayana how spashta it is. So, by this discussion of Sokamayata up to Satyam Chandutam cha Satyam Abhavatu, up to that we saw. Yadidam Kincha Tat Satyam Ityachakshate, these two when we do, sixth Anuvaka will be over. Then, even to substantiate this Brahma Pucham Pratishta, that Brahma in our own Guhayam is there, to substantiate that there is a mantra in Rigveda, like in establishing 5 koshas, for every kosha which is explained by the Yajur Brahmana, the Rigveda mantra we went on quoting, here also for this the quotation is there. And so deep and so beautiful is this quotation. This also really excites us when we really understand the intricacies. But it takes time. Even while listening now, what is our bhumika of the chitta, Shipta, Moda, Vikshipta, Rekagra, that decides how much you are listening and understanding. Secondly, how much you have the jignasa to know the truth, that also plays a role in making us understand. So too, how much faith we have in the Guru and the Shastra. These three decide how much we are listening and grasping even now. Same again, these three things help us in trying to go for meditation or not to go. उनकी कृपा नहीं है तो ध्यान बैठते नहीं. So even to sit for meditation, these are the three things. What is the status of my mind? How much I'm interested to know the truth? And how much is my faith in the Guru and Shastra and Bhagavan? Again on the seat of meditation after sitting, to go into the deeper levels of meditation, again these three alone are the cause. How much Shuddha is my Antakarana? How much Shraddha I have in the goal? How much Shraddha I have in the Shastra and the Guru? इसलिए इनको इंटैक्ट रखने से ही हमारा जर्नी, हमारा हिंदी सफर विल बी विदाउट इंग्लिश सफरिंग. सुहाना रहेगा हमारा सफरिंग. हंसी मजा आनंद में रहेगा मौसम, है ना. विशुद्ध है ना, सुहाना होना चाहिए हमारा आध्यात्मिक सफर. Not English suffering. Yes, suffering so much for me to come to class, regularly sit. I have no faith in you. I am irregular. I discontinue. आप देखो फंसे हो तुम, मैं क्या करूं? Million times from the day one we are telling, come what may. Only two reasons for which you should stop coming to class. One, either I should die. Second, or you should die. There is no third reason. That commitment is the only thing which makes us tuned to the Guru Parampara, Narayana, Parabrahma, Brahmatma, through them to the Shastra and through the Shastra to the truth. They're all very sublime things. They are not seen, they cannot be picturized, they can't be videographed, but they are the subtle things that are operating in between the Guru Shishya Sambandha. We don't know them, we can't know. Like, do you know how the cell phone is receiving the signals when the other person is calling or talking? But we are receiving. Is it not? कान में जैसे मैं बोल रहा हूँ आपको, हाँ कैसे पता? You are somewhere thousands of kilometers away listening. Technique we may not know, but it happens. That is why in Vedanta spirituality, without doubt, with full Shraddha, tuning to Guru, tuning to the Tattva, tuning to the Shastra, fully, dedicatedly, single pointedly, without even a trace of doubt, is most essential for systematic, step by step, certain growth and development, sure growth. Anywhere we lack, then कभी आए कभी नहीं आए, कभी सुना कभी नहीं सुना, कभी समझा कभी नहीं समझा, कभी किए कभी नहीं किए, भटकते हुए आत्मा. Then the gurus bechare, every time they wait for you to come. When you come, they do the repairing. Again you go. और बेवकूफ़ी इज़ लाइक गोइंग इनटू अ बार्बर शॉप. 2 बाल काटा उसने, चलो चाय पी के आते हैं. और थोड़ा काटा, फिर जाकर और कुछ कर. वी आर नॉट गिविंग हिज हेड ओनली फुल्ली टू प्रॉपर्ली डू द कटिंग. इमेजिन दैट सीन. कि थोड़ा दाढ़ी की, हमने कहा अब थोड़ा टीवी देख के आता हूँ, या दूसरे इस दाढ़ी वाले के पास जाता हूँ जो करेगा. गो ऑन शिफ्टिंग चेंजिंग. दैट इज ईगो. दैट इज अ थिंग यू हैव टू कॉन्कर. Lord has sent me this great opportunity. So, with my faith on the Lord, I will stick to it. Oh, my ego, don't disturb me. Unless we address that ego and attend to all its nonsenses and discard them, we can never be a successful person in spirituality. Will be victimized by the whims and fancies of the mind and the arrogance of the ego. Both of them kidnap the intellect. The intellect is never allowed to do its convictions. Intellect is convinced. You know Upanishad is great. You know the Guru Parampara is guiding. You know that the guidance will take us to reality. But that knowing of intellect is suppressed by the ego's vagaries and the mind's vagaries. I'm just telling, though it is not a part of our Upanishadic study, but once in a while we have to pause and see what are the reasons for which we are such an erratic and irregular, so that we can rectify. Guru and God are so much waitingly blessing us, including Shruti Mata, हम लोग. जितना उनकी नियत है सिंसियरिटी हमारा उद्धार करने का, हमको नहीं है अपने ऊपर. और है तो भी वी हैव नो फेथ इन दैट. आप भटकते रहो. See in this world how many disciples with full devotion surrender to Guru, slowly growing and substantially growing. Should we not learn from them? And there are other people distracted, million places they go, भटकते रहते हैं. हम ही है उसके लिए उदाहरण वैसे तो. This is essential thing in spirituality. Okay. Ultimately, the Parabrahma alone guides us through everything. Let us never have doubt. Parabrahma only comes as Rama or Krishna or anyone. Saha Purveshamapi Guruho Kalena Anavachchedat. We have already seen Ishwar. Parabrahma alone comes means what? Parabrahma never comes. He need not come and go. In his own presence, the Devatas or Ishvara, in whatever the form, they come to help us. Okay. Now we have to do the last one. What is that? Satyam cha anrutam cha satyam abhavato yadidam kincha. Therefore, the ultimate conclusion for the what purpose all these 10 days of discussion has happened is Satyam Chandrutam Bhattimavato Yedidam Kincha. This last line, therefore, Tat Satyam Iti Achakshate. For all these reasons, logics, explanations, the Brahman is said to be existing as a existence in your own Vijnanamaya Gufa, beyond, behind the Chidabhasa Chaitanya as Shuddha Satta, a reach to him. And that when you touch, the moment you see that, यार ये तो मैं हूँ रियली, फिर उसके बाद नीचे मुड़कर देखा तो सब कुछ वही है. In that only, all these things were projected just for no reason or Maya, and I was getting lost in them. Bapre, that realization. Thereafter, again, coming back to fall. Like once you get up from the dream, we don't enter into the same dream. है ना? कोई पानी में डूब रहे, सडनली जागृत हुआ. Then you came, अच्छा thank God मैं बच गया, but फिर से घर में लड़ाई हो गई. Again do enter into same पानी of the dream डूबने के लिए जरूरत नहीं है, there other पानी even in the waking place you can jump, but same dream you need not go, you can't in the same way. Now let us do this the few portion little bit जितना भगवान चाहते हैं. Now this portion की we'll do Vijnanam. See, Sat this Murtimat. Asat means Amurtima. Niruktam is which is an explanation to differentiate it from the Sajati or the Vijatiya. So to Tyat means which can sorry Amu Aniruktam means which cannot be explained or non-speech. So to Nilayanam is an abode, Anilayanam is non-abode. So the Satyam is Niruktam, Niruktam is Nilayanam. Because Murtiman alone can be talked about, it alone will have the place to stay. That which is not Sat, it is Tyat, it is Karanam, it is Sukshma. Therefore, it is not having the Uktam, Niruktam, it is Aniruktam. And it is Anilayanam also. But the next crucial thought, which we will need it after 10 years, not now, is what we have seen that Tyattu Aniruktam Anilayanam. Though appear to be the Lakshana of the Amurta, but they are only the expression of the Murta only. Because after the Murta, whose Lakshanas are the Sat, Niruktam and Nilayanam, that the contrast of that Tyattu Aniruktam Anilayanam have come. Why this has to be told? Because if that is not done, at one point of time, we give importance to the Tyatta Aniruktam Anirenam, we may end up in emptiness. We have started journey to find the Purnatvam, we end up in finding or in the Shunyatvam. That will come in the seventh Anuvaka. First line only is a big bouncer or yarker, clean board. And through the Murtam, Niruktam, Nilayanam only, we can reach to the Paramatma. From the Amurtam, the Tatyattu, Aniruktam, Anilayanam, we can't reach. But the point is what discussed? One Parabrahma only. Sattu, Tyattu. Niruktam, Aniruktam. Nilayanam, Anilayanam. So to the next one is Vijnanam cha Vijnanam. So Vijnanam, Chetanam, Avijnanam, Tadrahitam, Achetanam, Pashanadi. देखो, now it should be clear for us only. Everybody cannot have this knowledge. Because we are thoroughly studying Taittiriya, we are getting an idea. The Shuddha Sat Brahma is not opposed to the pair of opposite of Jada and Chetana. He supports Jada, he supports Chetana. Neither is Jada nor Chetana. Chetana is only a means for us to reach to the reality, also for the reality to express in the world in the form of Vyavahara. Chetanam, Chaitanya. So don't hold on to the consciousness only or awareness, go to the existence. Existence is the reality, final. Okay, and that is an anubhuti. I am existing, that's it. If somebody asks, then I say I am conscious of. That is second level. The existence. That way, consciousness, existence are one only, two sides of the one coin. But among these two, the consciousness is not ultimate because of it there is a opposite thing called as inertness. There is Dvaita aa gaya. And if the consciousness is ultimate, then what is the answer for the jada, the unconscious, the inert thing you are saying? Therefore, that sat, that consciousness also is existing. The inertness also is existing. Therefore, the existence is up for both of them. Therefore, existence is ultimate. That sad vastu, the sat, the satyam, not the jnanam and anantam. They are the words added to substantiate satyam to remove the doubts in the mind of the seeker. That we saw yesterday, day before, we will not touch now. So, Vijnanam cha Avijnanam cha. So, Vijnanam, Chetanam, Avijnanam, Tadrahitam, Jadam or Achetanam, Pashanadi. Okay. Final, the pair is what? Satyam cha Andrutam cha Abhavatu. And which has become all these? Satyam. That will be the next word. तो ये पांचों पेयर को पहले बताते हैं दैट परब्रह्म ओनली बिकेम दीज 5 पेयर्स. एंड में फिर बताते हैं ये 5 पेयर से वही परब्रह्म बना. So that you don't forget where we started and what for we have started. Hmm. Remember all these things. So kamayate se suru hua creation concluded in the creation of these pairs of opposite in which we are all involving or living and getting lost because we are not going to the truth or reality. The Jivan Muktas catch that substratum reality and then play in these pairs of two things. सत्य में खेलेंगे, त्यक्त में खेलेंगे, निरुक्तमा निरुक्तमा निलेनम. भाई they don't have problem because they are in the satyam from which everything has come. Okay, now the fifth pair is what? Satyam cha anrutam cha abhavat. So remember the sequence from where tat sushtva tadeva anupravishatu, from there tad anaupravishya, having entered one by one word. Satyam cha tyat cha abhavatu, satchatyat cha abhavatu, niruktam cha aniruktam cha abhavatu, nilayanam cha anilayanam cha abhavatu, vijnanam cha avijnanam cha abhavatu. Next last pair is satyam cha anrutam cha satyam abhavatu. Satyam cha anrutam cha abhavatu. Here the satyam is not paramarthika satyam. That's what is specifying. So, what is what? Ki satyam cha means what? Vyavahara vishayam. The Vyavaharika Satyam is talked here. Why Adhikarat? What is Adhikara? Adhikriyate. The Prasanga is going about the Vyavaharika expression of the world. To say it has come from Brahman, we are not talking Parabrahma. Then, na Paramartha Satyam. The word used is Satyam, but it is not Paramartha Satyam. Again, the next two words के बाद Satyam word आएगा. At that time, it is Paramartha Satyam. तो यहाँ तो out of the 5 pairs, in the 5th pair, when the word Satyam is used, it is not Paramarthika Satyam, it is Vyavaharika Satyam. Can you specify it, sir, in example? Before that, it says, Ekam eva hi Paramartha Satyam Brahma. Brahman is the one Ekam eva Paramatma Satyam. Contrast to him, Asatyam is not there. Okay, the Satyam definition goes for Brahman. दैट ब्रह्म को जाने वाला सत्य डेफिनेशन में असत्य नामक दूसरा चीज नहीं होता. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज शुद्ध सत्ता. इट इज कॉल्ड एज. ओके, in him no satya asatya, two words cannot be used. Therefore it is not paramarthika satyam, vyavaharika satyam. Explain करो एग्जांपल से कि सॉरी यह पुनः व्यवहार विषयम आपेक्षिकम सत्यम. तो यहाँ व्यावहारिक आपेक्षिक सत्य को बताया है, निर्व्यवहार निरपेक्षिक परब्रह्म सत्य नहीं है. एग्जाम्पल क्या है? मृग तृष्णिकादि अनृत अपेक्षया उदकादि सत्यम उच्यते. लाइक द एग्जाम्पल, द मृग तृष्णिका इज असत्यम and the real water is called satya. So this is vyavaharika. What is vyavahara there? The real water you can take bath, you can drink, but in the mruga trishnika you can't. Therefore आपको दोनों दिखाया. मृग तृष्णिका भी एक तालाब भी है. So that is satyam, that is anrutam. So the pair of opposite. Therefore it is a vyavaharika satyam and vyavaharika anrutam, not paramarthika satyam. Okay, uchyate anrutam cha tad viparitam cha. So the opposite of the rutam or satyam is anrutam. That also brahma ही है. Anrutam is unreal. Unreal means vyavaharika. Okay, mithya or vyavaharik, whatever you see. Now, which is the one which has become all these 5 pairs? We have already started Tadyanu Pravishya Satyatyachamavato, but for the sake of safety, toward the end, Shruti Mata again concludes with that only. She says, the question, Bhashyakara asks the question, Kim punaha etat sarvam abhavato? Are kaun hai ye 5 cheez bana? Who is the one who became his 5 pairs? Shruti Mata says, Satyam. Now here it is Paramartha Satyam. So if you reverse it, it is like this. Satyam, that is Paramartha Satyam, that is Parabrahma. He alone became Abhavat. What did he become? नीचे से देखो, सत्यम च अनृतम च विज्ञानं च अविज्ञानं च निलयनं च अनिलयनं च निरुक्तं च अनिरुक्तं च सत्य च त्यक्त च. That Brahman alone. पारमार्थ सत्यम ओनली these five रूपेण दिख रहा है. And that satyam what it is? किम पुनः तत् सत्यम? अरे जहां से हमने स्टार्ट किया क्या? ब्रह्मा. अरे विच ब्रह्मा? वी टोल्ड यू नो सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्मा. Why? इति प्रकृतत्वात् we started from there only. देखो how भाष्यकारस remembrance of where he started and concluding there. It's called upakrama upasamhara ekasa. सो सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म वाला सत्य जो ब्रह्म को निर्देश करने के लिए आया है, वो ब्रह्म ही, वो सत्य ही ये पांच पेज के रूप में बना है, दिख रहा है. और कैसा बना, कैसा दिख रहा? डोंट आस्क अगेन, वी हैव ऑलरेडी सेड सो कामयता बहुश्याम प्रजाये. या टू सिंपलीफाई इट, द अनमैनिफेस्ट गॉट मैनिफेस्टेड, दैट्स ऑल. While it get manifested, it is never separate from the cause. That will again come in the seventh Anuvaka in the beginning, which already came. What it is? The coming out of the Rupanamatmaka Jagata from Brahman is not like coming out of the children from the parents, whether it is human beings or Pashu or anything. है ना, कोई गाय भैंस को या कुछ वो बछड़ा बछड़ा हो गया, इट इज ऑलवेज सेपरेट. है ना, द गाय एंड बछड़ा आर सेपरेट, दे आर नॉट वन नाउ. But when Jagat manifestation of Rupanama from the Brahman expresses, that Rupanama is never apart from, independent of, other than, free from the Brahma Tattva. That is a solid point, please remember. वेदांत में ही अति मुख्य विषय है. इसको पकड़कर ही on the ध्यान अवस्था, when we transcend somehow the Rupanama or drop them, we just become one with that Sadvastu Brahma. Remember, Vedanta is what? In and through every Rupanama, Sadbrahma alone is there. Our attention is too much to Rupanama, therefore we are not able to catch Sadbrahma. You drop our Rupanama, you are one with that Brahman. That is what the reason behind every Bhakta disciple saying, when the others ask them, where is Bhagavan, where is Narayana? They say, where is he not? Because he Shuddha Satta, he has to be everywhere there, wherever you see something. नाम रूप के रूप में कहीं भी कुछ भी आपको दिखेगा ना, उसमें वो सत्ता होना चाहिए. Even the absence of नाम रूप also is supported by this सत्ता, because that absence is recognized as is. देखो, that is the beauty of this Advastu. है ना? किम पुनः तत्, किम पुनः एतत् सर्वम अभवत्, कौन सी चीजें हुई, सब कुछ बना? सत्यम. विच सत्यम? परमार्थ सत्यम. किम पुनः तत्? अरे ब्रह्मा. सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम वाला ब्रह्मा इति प्रकृतत्वात्. So the Brahma who is explained as Satyam Jnanam Anantam, in that the Satyam is that which from whom all the five pairs have come. And these five pairs only make the entire world. And in all those five pairs also, every pair though is important, the first one is most important. Sattu Tyattu. The Tyat is unmanifest cause, the Sat is the manifest effect. So unmanifest cause is ocean. Why the ocean is unmanifest cause? Because in the ocean, all the waves, ripples, etc. are unmanifest. From that, the waves come on manifest, go on manifesting. That's called effects. That's called Sat. What is Parabrahma? It is a water. Water only became Tyat, the ocean. Water only became Sat, the wave. Cause and effect. Vyakruta and Vyakruta. Unseen and seen. Amurta and Murta. Contemplate, listen, contemplate. Ask Bhagavan, ask Guru to give such a sukshmata, shuddhata, ekagrata, prasannata, that these words spoken to understand whatever the subtle meaning, may we understand it, may we grasp it, may we then through indicated sadhana reach to that experience. And if by our all efforts and struggles, all these things, if we understand in few 4, 5, 6 years, after that, the thing to be understood and to be done remains very small, as small as just leave the world, leave the three kosha anna prana mana, go to Vijnana, and in that Vijnana guha, beyond the Chidavas and Chitta, the Sat is there, was identified. Itna hi hai pura Veda. But to come to the conviction of it from the non conviction or conviction of the world which we are in, all these struggles are required. Even after all this done, is that knowledge remembered by us? Are we pursuing the truth? Again, that knowledge forgotten, world is remembered, again run behind the world. देखो फिर से याद कराना पड़े फिर से अब इतने बार याद करावे कि फाइनली वही मेरा लक्ष्य है ऐसे दृढ़ता हो जाए एवरी लाइफ यू आर डूइंग आई एम डूइंग in every life we were listening to the shastra even this life we don't know how many lives it takes to strengthen that this the brahman alone is to be achieved or pursued while we are trying for this little bit again the vasanas and the world giving their importance to us again pulling us into फिर अगले जन्म में और थोड़ा उपनिषद पढ़ के बताना है सैकड़ों जन्म के बाद ओके नाउ उपनिषद वेद्य ब्रह्मा इज द ओनली गोल ऑफ माइंड such person is like Raja Muchukunda, who says, no more of wasting my time and all. Oh Lord, let me go and sit for meditation and realize the Brahman. Like Parikshit also. The body identity, the pranamaya kosha identity, the manomaya kosha identity made me do even Vijnana and Ahankara. The Panchakosha Tadakna, which has made me a Jiva and Ahankari, made me do that wrong thing of putting that snake dead on the neck of the Rishi. Now I will transcend the Panchakosha, recognize oneness with truth. In that way, Parikshit Raja sat. That way of doing sadhana is the only way to reach truth. But to do that one, we need the clarity. The clarity cannot come in one class or one life. It will come in hundreds of lives. You don't know. Among them, this may be last 98th life, 99 भी हो सकता है. I'm just telling. Hundreds क्या lakhs भी लगेंगे if you leave that path and get to भटको. है ना भटकते रहेंगे. Like a child sent by parents to buy something and bring. Straight away goes to the shop and buys and comes. हो गया. But if he has seen a नुमाइश in between a tree and another place, बंदर का खेल देख रहा है, बच्चों के साथ खेल रहा है, तो फिर कब जाके लाएगा वो चीज फॉर विच ही सेंड बाय पेरेंट्स the two things one when he stops doing all that then goes to the shop and brings this is a tentative answer another answer is what he will never why because he will not give up the sports लाएगा नहीं वो वस्तु बिकॉज वो फंसा है उधर इन द सेम वे हम दुनिया में फंसे हैं इसलिए परमात्मा का मिलेगा ही नहीं हमको ना बट मेरे को चाहिए देन स्टॉप ऑल दैट प्लेइंग गो एंड गेट द थिंग फ्रॉम द शॉप है ना वी आर प्लेइंग नाउ through while playing only we are empowering our knowledge and strengthening our knowledge through Upanishad to decide in one life enough of the play let me go to shop and get the things or let me sit for meditation and realize my Brahma Tattva in us. So till that time the Guru Tattva through Gurus go on pursuing us. We only take leave from them. कभी कभी बीच में 10 जन्म गुरु को मिलते ही नहीं हम बेचारा गुरु खड़ा है बाहर ही अरे आ जा रे तत्वोपदेश और थोड़ा तुमको पढ़ाना है लेकिन सम हाउसेज द चाइल्ड स्टूपिड फेलो एक बार उसके मुंह में खाना दिया सेकंड टाइम फिर से मुंह में खाना देने के लिए आधा घंटा लगता है he will play he will jump he will say no he will go out he will do all nonsense it's very frustrating feeding the children at the age up to the 3 साल तक भी ऐसे होते नालायक लोग we were all like that. He will say, I will not eat, he will throw up. He will say, in our case also, in one life we come to the Guru, listen something. Continuation of that Guru wants to teach us. 10 जन्म हम गुरु को बाहर खड़ा करते so unless we become aware of it, we don't become sensitive. Unless sensitivity comes, the sense of responsibility will not come. Without sense of responsibility, how can there be commitment? Can anybody has done anything till he reaches the goal without commitment? We lack all these things. In that way, बच्चे लोग हम. Neither the truth known, nor the means known, nor the preparations known, nor all these qualities. And not only बच्चे बच्चे होते तो अच्छे कर सकते हैं उनको, मूर्ख भी है. Why? Because opposite of these things. Instead of humbleness, arrogance. Instead of sincerity, insincere. Instead of regularity, irregularity. Instead of holding on to Guru, we hold on to every lagu in the world. Instead of obedience, utter disobedience. पूरे उल्टा चीज है हमारे पास. देखो, फाइनली जो कहते हैं करने को वो नहीं करते, और जो कहते हैं नहीं करने को वही करते. We have to know this is how we are spoiling our life. तभी जा करके अंदर वो परिवर्तन आएगा. देन दासोहम करके गुरु को बजाते हैं. गुरु से यार, इन द आईज ऑफ द गुरु देयर विल बी टीयर्स एट दैट टाइम. You came at last. No, I was waiting for you from 1,000 lives. Please don't leave me and go now. Guru cries. Guru doesn't require anything. He's already in that state. But his karuna, seeing us, हम इतना भटक रहे हैं संसार में, to give us mukti with so much love he wants to tell. And mind you, it is his faith in us brought us to him again. Not our doubt. Left to ourselves, so we'll drown in samsara. As said by Ramachandraji, for many, many pralayas also. Even now also, पूरा खेल खत्म, दुकान बंद नहीं हुआ. शुरू ही हुआ. हम खेल रहे कि नहीं, जा रहे पता नहीं. अगेन टेंटेटिव. किस दिन आप क्लास में आओगे, बैठोगे, सुनोगे, नहीं सुन. That's why the prayer. That's why inner contemplation. That's why our own effort to avoid other nonsense which distracts us from the sadhana. Pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmana comes here. Dushta anushravika vishayavitushta vasikara sagna pairagyam. The result, the need of that comes here. Unless these things are mastered, single-pointedly, we cannot hold on to the feet of our Guru, through him the Shastra, through the Shastra the self. Okay, this is done. Now, summarize करते हैं यहाँ beautiful paragraph में, यस्मात् सत्यादिकं मूर्तामूर्त धर्मजात, and also the next one. It is such a glorious conclusion to this sixth Anuvaka given by Bhagwan Adi Shankara. Because we studied the Bhashyam earlier वाला, इसको भी समझना हमको आसान होगा. तो in the Sankshepa Rupa in the beginning he told, Vistara Rupa explained. Again in the Sankshepa Rupa he is concluding. This is a Karuna of any Guru. First he tells what he wants to tell, then he tells what he told. So that thrice it is told. That's why Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam. Again Govindam Bhaja. 3 times. कल देखेंगे हम इस बात को. Then we may enter the 7th Anuvakam. At least the little chanting part of it. Thank you. Sarvam Paramatma Charanaravindarpanamastu. And thankful to everyone for the reason, because you are listening patiently without that running away, that I am getting a chance for me to reflect and re-reflect, which is refreshing and making it clear for me also the subject. Therefore, as I said yesterday, from yesterday, all of us should start praying for every of those who come to our class. First, for our own sadhana. First up, we are a team now. We are all together from 3 years. By staying together means, can it happen without Bhagavad Kripa? तो भगवान की कृपा है. इसलिए पहले अपने लिए, इसके बाद जनरली फॉर एवरीवन. That let us pray for each other's health, each other's mind's stability, each other's intellect stability, and classes consistency and learning of it. So I thank you, because you are there that I am able to study for myself. Through you I am learning. I owe to you, I am indebted to you, my thanks to you, my prayers to the Lord. Om, 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya Purnamevāvasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Paramarshibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shrutimatre Namaha Tad Brahmarpanamastu. Today is Buddha Purnima, Kurma Jayanti. What are the 3 4 festivals are there? Let every divinity bless us for our own Adhyatmic sadhana.